we're back. It's absolutely soaking. So, if you're gonna have 2 days off, I have to work for it. I have to earn it. So, let's get into today's video. 2 secs. Right, we're back. We've just been post office. Took some of the orders for this week. I'm gonna have to go to the post office again because some more orders have come in before my 11 AM limit on my eBay store. So we might as well get the other 2 Vinted orders that sold out as well. But first, I'm going to do this video. The reason why I said, if you're going to have 2 days off, work hard, because this weekend, well, in a few hours, I'm on my way to Berlin, catch up with some friends, and yeah, I had a choice between either setting time away on the Vinted store and the eBay store, or put the work in. It's an extra like half a day, get it done, and yeah, hopefully some more sales come in over the weekend, ready for Monday. But let's get into today's Vinted. So it's day 151 of using Vinted to sell my old stuff. That got me started selling collectibles, something I enjoy doing. I've been grafting, I'll be honest with you, so I'm ready for this weekend. Let's have a quick look. Where do we start? So, like I said to you, we've thrown the rule book out the window. We're not capping the store. Instead, everything's set up for eBay, so the listings look after themselves. I just need to focus on packing, breathing, and dealing with customers. So, 33 sales have gone out on Vinted. There's not going to be a balance update today. Reason being, instead, it's going to be day 194 when we aim to be at the next milestone, which is £4,000. And it's going to be a nice surprise for me, you, see if we hit it, see if we fail, how much do we succeed by, how much do we fail by. Sounds like Pink Panther. One of my mates just messaging. So, what's it called? Let's run through the sales. And you can see, like, yeah, work's been done. Work's been done. It's not easy. So, last sale I told you about was for a bundle of 12 comics, £4.50. Since then, and this is like such a treat to start on this sale. So, watch this video from probably weeks ago now, but watch this video. We'll put this on, it says gems. So, it's a little. Can't see it great, but it's a little Thomas the Tank Engine travel play set. Quite cool. It's got the little figures in there. Is there a year on it? 1997. So we'll get that on. I don't know what that's worth. We'll have a look. So when I was going through that, I had no idea what it was worth. I thought it would have been listed for like a £5. Being Bluebird. So Bluebird is basically the early creators of Polly Pocket. I thought I'd have a look, see what it sells for, and it looks like it's actually worth between like £30 and £40. And I had this listed on my eBay store, on my Vinted store, sorry, for £35, and slowly I've just decreased the price, just to try and get that sweet spot so that somebody buys it. But literally, this week, since speaking to you last, somebody's bought this for £25, and it just goes to show that just because it's not a collectible I want in my store, doesn't mean it doesn't have any value. And the person that's bought this, we were having a conversation, but it turns out they had this as when they were a kid, and the profile picture is of them with their baby. So I've no doubt that that little collectible will create memories for that mother, and I'm presuming it's their child. So it's like one of the best things about selling collectibles. But we got £25 for that. So what a treat. 5 wrestling figures went for a tenner, double digits, 2 in a row, happy days. A bundle of 5 comics, 5 lots of 12 comics, went for £16.50. Happy days. Then we had a selfie stick go for £2. All adds up. It all adds up. A football pennant, Borussia. Can't say it. My brain's trying to say it. We can't say it. That went for £3.50. did think about putting it on my eBay listing, but that's like just got football pennants on. But ideally, I just want to stick to like English clubs and the England national team rather than add like more foreign teams. So I just decided to get that one on, get it gone. Another toy pistol went, £6.40. That's the last of them. Again, I started that at like 15 quid and it got a lot of interest, and that's a bit of a reminder to myself that sometimes you, just because you've got it listed at 15, if someone offers 10, don't feel insulted. Like probably should have took that when I first listed it, because it's resulted in me keep slashing the price to a point where it's sold for £6.40 when we could have got £3.60 extra at one point. But hey ho, it's all a learning curve. Big bundle, so 15 lots of 12 comics, 50 quid, double digits, and we know that little piggy's going to be loving this. So the reason this has been sent, but some of them, it's going to look like I've not sent it yet, and the reason for that is because I'm not checking in with you like every day. Sometimes I'm missing sales, so instead, as soon as the sale comes in, print screen it, and then share it with you that way. And it also means when I'm editing these videos, I can just drop the screenshots in, save time. Vintage plastic doll with clothes and accessories, £10. The reason why I'm laughing at that one is because obviously the more you tell people about what you're doing, if they have stuff they want to get rid of and they don't have time to do it, then they'll pass it on. They'll say, like, my mum and dad's neighbour, they've known me all my life and we stay in touch and stuff, but they in the past they've given me stuff to sell on eBay, like not expecting any money back, but I've given them money because it feels wrong just accepting them for free. But they've given me more stuff to sell, and we had a good conversation about this one. But yeah, that sold for a tenner. And it literally, these neighbours, they're not just giving me like cheap stuff to sell. They've given me a box of like old coins, and in there's like 2 gold sovereigns. They're listed on my eBay store for like £950 because the price of gold is increasing. And again, like I've sat down with them and I've said I'm going to do everything I can to try and get the best price for you, and I'll obviously take a little cut of that for my time. But in there was also what year was it? There was an army medal from like, I think it was like the 1700s, 1800s. There is a video that I did on it, but that sold for like over £500. And like honestly, some of the stuff they have is amazing. There's like old Roman coins that I need to go through, but they're not in a rush to like see any money back. So it's just like, right now focus on what I'm doing, and then when I get free time, I'm going to go through these coins because it's going to be a lot of fun, like learning about them. Anyway, so bundle of 6 lots of 12 comics, £22.10, happy days. Wrestling belt, that went for a tenner. 60 comics, they went for 30 quid. So I've been having a really good chat with the guy that's bought these comics. He's ended up buying like quite a few. It turns out he's got his own business on Facebook and he's got his own website, but he is also a collector of comics, and specifically he's in the market for collecting comics that only contain females on, because maybe he thinks that's like a market that's undervalued, or it's due to grow, or that's just what he's into. But we basically come to the arrangement that like I'm happy to do it at 50p a comic, and we'll see some more in a second, but that's a £30 sale. Bundle of 12 comics, they went for £4.25. I found, let's just keep going, 198 comics, the Century, 100 quid, so that's the same buyer. Again, I've just been like flicking through comics when I get time. He said he's got the money to pay straight away, so if somebody says that and they're responding to messages straight away, you have to make them people a priority because the sales lined up. It's just, wham bam, thank you ma'am, like we take it. Bundle of 3 lots of 5 wrestling figures, they went for £24.30. Bundle of 3 lots of 12 comics, they went for £11.47. Bundle of 5 lots of 12 comics, £18.06. Spinner belt, that went for 11. Bundle of 5 figures, that went for a tenner. Another wrestling belt, £10.50. Undertaker SummerSlam 109 sealed, £6, but the packaging's poor on it, so I could either open that up, stick it on my eBay listing and probably list it at like £5 or £6, or get some like good eyes on the Vinted store. Yeah, see you later, £6. Wrestling belt, £10. 4 wrestling figures, they went for £8. Stone Cold Steve Austin t-shirt from when they went to Cardiff, that went for £3. 5 lots of wrestling figures, that went for £8. You can see like yourself, like it's, yeah, we'll talk in a sec. Then we had a sale thanks to the eBay store, which has collectibles that have now been bought thanks to the Vinted pot, £21.50. There are fees to come off that. If you say like 30%, no worries. 5 lots of wrestling figures, a tenner. 12 lots of comics, £3.50. A Rocky Balboa action figure, £28.50. £28.50, what a treat. So it does have loose joints and it's rattling. I might have an example. Bit of an example, like we've literally got the same figure again. So I've got so many Rocky figures. I'm telling a lie, this is actually Spider Rico. Just looks similar because they've got the same shorts. But if I stop talking and I just shake it, you can tell it's rattling. So for collectors, it does depreciate the value a little bit. The joints are in really good order on this figure. So I think it's still probably going to sell for the same price on my eBay store. But this one on my Vinted, the figures were like really loose. And say when I'm lifting the arms up there, if they're loose, they might not stay in a fixed position, which again depreciates the value. So rather than that being a £45 figure, it's £28.50, double digits. Yeah, Rocky figure sells. Then we had another 12 comic score for £4.25. Why is there no price on that one? Maybe it didn't update, I just screenshotted too early, but that's again £4.25. Wrestling belt, that was this morning, £10. A little bit annoying because this guy messaged last night saying like, how quick can you send this? And I said like, I'm going away this weekend, so the payment needs to come through before 8 AM tomorrow for me to send it. And then I've done all my packing, and then it gets to like just after 8 and he's asked again, can you still send it? Oh, you know what, for the sake of a tenner, we have to do it. Like, otherwise that could be sat on store for another 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years. We don't want that. But since then, there's reason for us, like I said, to go back out, and the workday is not finished because we've also had a Club of Lang figure sell, Rocky figure, £30. Again, the joints are loose and there's no rattling on that one, but the joints are loose, so the price reflects that. But £30, happy days. I'm going to get like everything else packed up because there's been more eBay sales, so that's the next job. Drink water and then tell you the plan. If I know the plan, tell you the plan. What's the plan? So I'm going to edit this video when I'm on the way to the airport because I'm getting the train, so we save time there. I'm going to show you all this on here on the floor, that if you lay it out on your floor, it means you have to get it listed, because the last thing I want is this stuff still on my floor when I get home on like Sunday evening. So let me show you. So we've got like 20 bundles of comics there. We're going to get them on before I go away. £4.25 per bundle. And yeah, it's just going to set us up hopefully for a good weekend while I'm away and give us plenty to pack. And yeah, the workhorse keeps going. It's been really good doing this trial for this like next milestone of £4,000, throwing the rules out the window just to see how we get on, because could be that like I can't maintain this and the sales just like dry up. But the only way I'm going to learn like this platform is by trying different things, because in my head I'm just basing it on how I see it as a shopper, where there's times when I'm like going on to buy stuff for myself personally, or going on to source collectibles, where I see stores and they're like really full with like thousands of items, and I get bored of scrolling. Or maybe like I might see they've got a football shirt, but it's not the condition I want, and then that gets my head to start thinking, oh, search football shirts, and I'll leave the store. But that mindset's wrong, because just because I think like that doesn't mean everybody does. But yeah, just got to trial it and see. So at the minute, let's have a quick look. At the moment, we've got 130 items listed on the Vinted store. So we're 30 over what like the original rule was. But when you consider there's been 30 odd sales, or not, there's been more than 30 odd sales, because some have been like bundle purchases, but that only counts as one. But when a person, there's probably been, this week, we've probably, if you don't count like the sales, there's probably been like a total of 200 items on the Vinted store. And yeah, like money's coming in. I am going to be doing everything I can to make sure that come day 194, there's £4,000 sat in that Vinted pot balance. But we just keep going. Like I said, there's not going to be a Vinted balance update on Fridays anymore, just because it's better finding out, and it's going to be more fun when we get to that milestone date, see if we've succeeded or we've failed. But it's always good to check in on a Tuesday, on a Friday, and show you the progress in terms of like what I've been up to. And yeah, maybe if you've got like tips or anything, it'd be great. But yeah, time now 11:24. My train is at 3:56. Plenty of time. We're gonna crack on. Have a good weekend, and yeah, if you haven't already, hit subscribe, leave a comment, and yeah, see you in a bit. Back out we go, into the rain, rubbish, see you in a bit.